right, what's up, good people? We're back. The Beards of War. You got Fat Broken Rambo and Thick Nick Fury. Today we're going to go on and we're going to talk about From
Hell
season
yeah.
3, episode 8, Thresholds. Again,
That's right.
a lot more questions, no more answers.
Wow,
And I'm here. I'm in for it, man. I think it's going to be the next best 10 years of my life.
we got a
We'll
couple,
see.
man. We got a couple answers.
Yeah, a couple little
Not much.
answers. A couple
Not
where you think
much.
is an answer, and probably not an answer. Okay, cool, man.
Definitely not.
Where do you want to start, bro? How do you want to hit this?
Dude, so I think the best way to start this is all about Fatima, right? Or Fatima.
Hmm.
So I think Fatima's on the run, man. She is on the run. Boyd and the rest of 5-0 have got her ass dead to rights, and they are coming for her. But unbeknownst to everybody else in Fromville, they don't know that she is the one that actually killed Tilly. But Boyd is concerned about his family. First and foremost, bottom line is he is not about to watch like his wife Abby that he had to kill a couple years ago. He's not about to go through that experience again. He's not going to make his son go through. He's definitely not going to lose his daughter-in-law to it. He knows there's some crazy shit happening, and he's going to do what he can to protect his own. And that means we're going on the run, baby, Thelma and Louise style. So fucking, they basically go out to the old shack
Yeah,
slash
yeah.
hideaway spot. And it's kind of funny, man, because in like the better part of like 50 minutes, you get to watch her like change hands like three different times. So
Yeah,
it goes from
right,
like Boyd passes to Ellis passes to Elgin, and then Elgin basically like chokes that chick until fucking she decides she ain't leaving.
right.
Um, but yeah, man, so that's basically episode 4. I'm sorry, not episode 4. Jesus. Episode 8, called Thresholds, is the answer that we were all kind of waiting for, but most of us that know the show know that it ain't happening until episodes 9 and 10, and that's Thresholds. I'm sorry, that's not Thresholds. That's the finale of the season, parts 1 and 2. Um, it gave us some answers, but you still kind of felt dirty afterwards. You're just like, ugh.
Right, yeah.
Uh,
So
I
so here's
wish
the thing.
wish there was more.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah, what you got?
Boyd has now kind of tarnished his reputation with this, right? Because you're no
Long before that,
longer.
actually.
Well, yeah, but now like you can't be looked upon as being the the
Hmm.
the guy you go to for justice, right?
The
Because now
sheriff.
it's a double standard, right? So
That's
my
right.
whole thing was at the beginning was, well, okay, if we're gonna kind of shelter Fatima from this,
Hmm.
the worst thing you can do is hide her because now everyone's gonna be, well, where's Fatima? Why is she gone? That draws more suspicion when you're not around. She's in the house. She's a well-known, I mean, member of the house. So her not being there is going to draw more of attention than not, right? So I'm like, hey, listen, just go to your room, act like nothing happened, don't talk to anybody, you don't know anything, that kind of thing. But no, I'm going to hide you out in the shed. So when people start asking about you, I can come up with some kind of alibi that's not going to work for anyone, right? Um, so you have Fatima now who has now killed Tilly, and I don't know what it is about Donna. Boy just comes out and says, yeah, Fatima did it. Oh, whoa. Like, Ella's looking at him like,
Yeah.
I didn't know we were coming clean this fast. Like,
Like
Boy
I,
would
I
not be any good in interrogation. Like, dude,
no,
like, SEER training, I failed. Like,
we're in the
like,
tree of trust, but we're gonna fuck it all up for everybody,
it's
man.
like,
Like,
wait till your dad comes home. Okay, I did it.
oh,
Like, hold on, boy, wait a minute. And Donna, and Donna's like telling him, like, nah, dude, that's not gonna fly. And she told her, he was like shocked to hear it. Like, yeah, people don't believe you anymore. And I'm like, wow. Even with the whole thing with Dale going through the tree and them seeing what
oh,
actually
dude.
happens when you go out on your own, that they still don't have that faith in him. So now this is where Acosta comes in and she's gonna be the
I'm
problem.
telling you, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she is gonna undo. She is gonna undo Boyd.
Yeah. She's
By the
gonna
end
be
of
the
the
new villain.
season, you're 100
She's
percent
gonna be
right.
the
She
antagonist.
will be a villain. She is going to be the villain from the perspective of normal human beings in the outside world thinking you're nuts for describing Fromville.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's what you're going to see. And
Hmm.
I actually kind of welcome it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It will be
Right.
nice to see a little bit of pushback from the reality, so to speak, of the universe.
Hmm.
And I think Acosta stands a really good chance of doing that. I found this to not be the answers that I wanted it to be, but we got a little bit of the answers. I don't believe necessarily everything that we heard, because we heard that Jasper's not really Jasper, so Jasper doesn't voice the doll, right? Like he's not a live being, but instead Victor claims that the boy in white is basically the voice he's been hearing this entire time that he conveys to be the voice of Jasper.
Right.
and that the boy in white has alluded to the fact that he was trying to explain the past, and he was trying to explain that the seven kids, the Unkui kids, are if you free them, then you can free yourselves from this world, and that not Jasper, but sorry, I'm losing track. The
Victor.
boy in white
Okay.
is serving as the good guy, for so to speak, for of the season, right? He is the one that's trying to explain to them. They'd be like, "Hey, like if you listen to me, I can get you the fuck out of here." I don't believe that for a second. I think the boy in white is a red herring, and I think the boy in white is the absolute bad guy, the main entity, the evil villain of this show. It's just what I kind of personally believe because I don't know why. I think it's too easy for the boy in white to be the good guy.
Right.
So and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, and the whole thing with
Yeah.
Julie, so Julie takes her younger brother
Mhm.
of all people to the Rock Formation and has a seizure, but
Yep.
it does answer one question for us, and that's who threw Boyd the rope at the beginning of season 2 when he hit the
Yeah.
faraway tree into the well,
So many more questions than
right?
that.
So he found out, oh, it was Julie, but now we got time travel involved, so here we go, right? When you start involving time travel,
Yeah.
all sorts of things can go crazy. But I will say this, and this is one thing that I've kind of thought a lot about lately, and this would make such an interesting episode. And I can see it happening.
Hmm.
One of these episodes, I can see, because everyone starts locking down when it gets dark, right?
Yep.
And the last thing they do is what? They touch those talismans.
Check Towson. Yep.
I'm waiting for the day where those talismans won't be there. Like someone's going to come around, collect all the talismans, and
Hmm.
because no one guards them, for them to be so important, they just leave them hanging up on the door frame. Like if you don't have that talisman, you're screwed.
So I guess my question is though is like in the very beginning of the show when we find out that Boyd is the one that discovers the talismans in season one, and I know this because I'm rewatching it with my wife right now. We're going through kind of watching the show all over again,
Right.
similar to what we do with Yellow Jackets actually. Um, but it sounds like that the talismans were discovered late in the show, kind of like season one, like alludes to Boyd finding them as they're kind of on the run from the creatures at night. But like, so up until this point, you didn't have the talismans, right? So like, so what you're telling me is everyone's been in hiding this entire time. Like there is so much complexity to the overall story of this show. Like I'll give you an instance. The numbers that are in the bottle trees, right? Or the bottles that are in the bottle trees, like those are supposedly corresponding with the cycles of Fromville that we see at the end of season one, where Tabitha is walking to the base or the top of the stairs inside of the lighthouse, and she sees a bunch of 4-digit number combinations scratched in, and we are led to believe that those numbers are the same ones that kind of run connected to the bottle trees. That being said, there's one number that takes place in the future, all the other ones take place in the past. If that's the case, then we are led to believe that there is a cycle of the Fromville, right? Like every so many years, some bad shit happens, people fuck it up, and then they reset the cycle. Like everybody dies and we start over again. And I think that's the conclusion we're kind of drawing is that the last cycle, which is 1978, Miranda, who is Victor's mom, she goes out to save everybody. She fucks it up, doesn't save the Ankui kids, the seven kids, and that's why the cycle continues. And then everybody keeps kind of coming back until the cycle is met its full limit. I don't know, man. There's all kinds of crazy shit. Please, by all means, Eric,
You
jump in
sounded
here
like
anytime.
Jade right now, bro.
Dude, yeah, man, I am all over the fucking map, brother. Like, you got to help me out here. I'm scrambling. Save me.
Well, like I said, man, to me, I just think about the simple things, right? Like,
Yeah.
because those Taliban, like you said, for whatever reason, those are what keeps those monsters out, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yep.
why are they so unguarded? It could take anyone, like Sarah for instance, like she had
Sure.
voices, so they
Yeah.
could say, "Get this talisman," something like that, and okay, like Fatima could do that because she's being influenced by something else. So
Right.
my whole thing is, why not guard those talismans? And I think that's gonna end up biting at least someone, like someone like they're gonna go to look at that talisman. It's not gonna be there, and it's like, oh crap, now what? Now you got to go run and hide because otherwise
Right.
that gives them access to wherever you are. So
Well,
it's interesting to see where that's gonna end up. Elgin, right now he's here, like, and no one again, like I keep saying this, no one is talking to each other, right? Everyone has these ideas and these
Still,
visions of what's going on, and no one is talking.
still to
They
this day, they're still not talking to each other.
Right. You're gonna talk to the kid who's like
Yep.
10. I'm like, no, talk to the other people who's going through something, who's actually doing stuff. Like, why are we keeping everything so secret and close hold? Like the thing that's going on with Victor, like everyone should know what Victor's going through. Victor's been in the longest. The only one
Yes.
talking to Victor right now is Sarah and Miranda.
And
I
that's
don't know.
frustrating too, because like guys like Jade have crossed paths with Victor's dad Henry. Like, and they see Henry, who's like obviously time went on because he's going through some heavy shit and like he doesn't know how to like process it. So he's
Hmm.
getting drunk, right? But like there is there's so much information to be discussed.
Hmm.
It's almost infuriating that some of the peer or some of our fellow citizens of Fromville aren't actually. I agree, man. Like I'm waiting for Jade to kind of like show the fuck up and be like, hey, man, like this is what's going on. This is how I'm seeing it because he has stopped drinking. So I'm kind of curious to see how he can kind of process it.
Yeah, with clarity.
Episode 8 wasn't the breakthrough episode that I was hoping for it to be. I was kind of hoping for more.
Right.
Um, and
But I think it's gonna set us up for a good finale. I do. I
I
think
think
we're gonna
so
get a lot
too.
in the last two. Yeah.
Yeah. As the chat is pointing out, calling the boy in white an evil chess master. I couldn't agree more because chess is one of those games that continuously gets brought up in this show. And I would speak back to oh my God, what is his name? The Kenny. Kenny and his dad, right? So in the very beginning of the show, Kenny and his dad are carving pieces of chess pieces out of wood, and they're playing it, right? So Kenny's dad's obviously very sick. He's got dementia slash schizophrenia. So he's processing that completely differently, and Kenny is trying to deal with it while still playing with his dad. But yes, that's an excellent point because I personally think that there's two entities, one good, one evil, and I think the boy in white is the evil entity, and he is controlling the town. And I think it is just a game of chess to see who can win. What we don't know is what does the good entity have to win if they win the match. Like you said, man, there's so many more questions than there are answers to this show.
Hmm.
But I keep coming back, man. I'm still very interested in wondering like what the fuck is going on in this town.
Well, you know what? It is kind of like chess, but for me, it's more like Monopoly, right? Like you could play
Mm-hmm.
Monopoly forever,
Mm-hmm.
literally. Like, and this is what's going on right now. Like, there's no end in sight. Like, this is the time to keep going around the board. Okay, like Park Place again. Like, that's kind of like what's happening with From and like, dude, I need
Fuck you,
somebody to
pay
go
me.
bankrupt or something, man. I need something to happen. I need somebody to sell them hotels, go
Right?
bankrupt, give up the railroads,
That's
and start giving us some answers, man. Just start give us a couple, man. Give me something at the end of the season. Do not do another Walking Dead to me. I hung on to Walking Dead for 10 years. 10 years of my life.
you
10
sons of
years of my
bitches.
life to watch it
So
end like this. So I don't want to do that with
you
From.
you are a Lost fan, correct?
Yes. Well, no, actually, I never did watch Lost. I heard about it, and I
No?
heard the ending was disappointing. I did hear that.
So I've heard nothing but the ending was disappointing too. And Harold Perrineau, who was in Lost,
Hmm.
is also the lead of this show. My understanding is that the showrunners of Lost are the showrunners of this show.
Hmm.
And we are all very fucking nervous
Yeah.
because nobody wants a repeat of whatever happened. I didn't watch the show. I just don't want some fucking smoke monster shit coming out and ruining this whole thing. Right. I just don't want it, man. Like you can tell, don't you dare tell me it's a fucking dream, man. Don't, no. No, it is not a dream.
Dream it's a child. Okay. All
I
right,
like the
man.
idea of it's all dreams within a dream, kind of like Inception connected, and we got people kind of like talking to each other and dreams within dreams, and they're all like sharing a dream together. Totally cool. Totally cool with the jinn, the theory that it's like some kind of like crazy ass wish master. Totally good. But if you make it like some Saint Elsewhere place, like snow globe shit, like mm,
And
it
no
is,
aliens,
it's
please,
gonna be
no
ugly.
aliens.
No, no aliens. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it.
Oh
Uh,
man. So I don't know, man. On a side note, really quick, I know we're short on time, but I did finish Teacup. Teacup had two more episodes drop,
really?
and
What'd you think?
man, I don't know, man. Like I said, once you start doing strange things like, oh, okay, alien jumping from body to body, and
Uh-huh.
drink this colorful liquid, and you can walk over the line. I'm like, "Ugh, okay.
Oh
Um,
man.
Little
Was it a
kids like
letdown?
possessed by a good visitor, and like, okay, like. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys another couple episodes. I'll see because the last episodes were pretty good. But it's definitely one of those either you're in or you're out. So I'm trying to commit to it. I'm trying to stay on it. But From, I'm definitely all in on From. Like it's out of sheer morbid curiosity, if nothing else. I need to see how this ends. So please just don't disappoint. I'm good with 4 seasons, man. If you guys can just do 4 seasons and end it, always keep on wanting more. I think that's how you should end the series. You want to see more, but it's you get closure at the same time. So I'm just interested to see what kind of answers they come up with because so far it's been very intriguing. It's fun to watch. It's fun to talk about. And the conspiracy theories that you can gather from it, it's kind of like what makes good cinema,
Sure, yeah.
the conspiracy theories and the what ifs and all that good stuff. So that's what I enjoy, and I hope, like I said, I hope it ends well. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the next 2 seasons. Can't wait for Sundays.
Yeah, man, I'm cautiously optimistic that From is going to go on to season five. I think season five will probably be where it ends. If they're smart, they will end it there. If they've got their storyline kind of like marked out. Um, I really enjoy this show. All the actors are phenomenal. Um, but yes, I need you to have a plan, have an exit strategy. Like, don't just plan this shit ad hoc, man. Like, have a
Mhm.
plan to get off the X and make it good. Like
Yeah,
that's all I can really ask for.
yeah,
Um, just the same with Yellow Jackets, man. I'm excited for an ending of Yellow Jackets. Um, but I just want to see it get there.
right. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't want to be robbed. Like,
I
don't
know.
have a good idea and not come up with a solution.
And the only way to really extend this, honestly, is start killing off characters. I
Yeah.
think that's why
Don't
Walking
be
Dead and
afraid
Game of
though.
Thrones did well for so long
Yep.
because you never know who could get it, and no one's really we haven't really lost any main characters from
From
except for
oh no,
Mom
I
and
I completely agree. Like season
yeah,
or episode one, season three, Ten Shin when she got
yeah,
killed. Like
like
I
shit.
thought she was a decently
Right, but she's not a
main.
main player. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the
Yeah, I
main
can see your
players. I mean,
point.
like a
That's a
Boyd, a
fair
Donna,
perspective.
a
Yeah.
Kenny, Merce, stuff like that. So, again, like
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
I'm content right now with the way the show's going, but I definitely do want to see kind of like where this goes, how it develops, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited
If
for the
you were
next
gonna
episode.
if you were gonna pick one character you couldn't live without on that show, what show would be like, hey man, this character dies, I revolt tomorrow. What do you got?
And then I revolt. You mean I'm done? You mean I'm done with the show if they kill that
Yeah,
character?
like if they kill this character, like who is crossing the line for you?
Sleep. I don't think anybody's really off limits, but I'd probably be upset to see Jade go. Like that probably would upset
Excellent,
me
excellent
if they got
pick.
rid of Jade. Yeah,
Excellent pick. Like, and I go with the easy pick because I think the easy pick is probably the most damaging pick, and I say it's Boyd.
Boyd. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But I can see
Although
it
I've
happen.
seen some arguments that say that like Boyd is the next generation or the next cycle's version of Martin.
Uh,
And that sucks, man, because if that is the case, which it really could well possibly be that, that's just not, it doesn't show that Boyd's gonna be in for a good time.
right.
And
Yeah.
that's the reality of it. So like, yeah, man, your pick of Jade is an excellent choice though. Like, I think he is definitely one of the characters that kind of keeps the cycle going.
Right. Yeah.
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 So, but hey, man, next week starts the part one of the season three finale. So
Stay tuned, people.
we got to go through November 24th, and that takes us through both parts of the season finale. So pretty excited, man. So
Sweet.
you got any big concerns or theories you want to share with the folks at home, or are we just gonna
Uh,
play
hey,
it how we see
man.
it?
Like I said, I'm just here to see what happens. Protect them talismans. If I can tell the people of Fromville anything, like I'm taking mine with me. I'm like, keeping mine in my pocket. I'm keeping a close hold. I'm just hanging them up there so willy nilly, knowing it's so important.
Sure.
I don't know, man. I just see something happening, and with the not being able to trust all the people in the town, it kind of should lead you to be a little bit more secure with what's going on, right? Like
Yeah.
there's too much of a lackadaisical attitude with those things, man. So we'll see if that comes back to bite people in the butt. But
I'm
that's
kind of
all I
curious,
got,
man.
man. That's really
Yeah.
all I got for that. But yeah, man, protect those talismans.
I would like to see a major player get killed, and I think I'm prepared for Donna to die.
Donna, yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna say that, bro. I
I,
love Donna
I, I
though.
feel like I do too. And I feel like her character's death would be weighted and I think it'd be substantial for the entire town. I think everybody else would be kind of a gimme. Like Fatima dying, like I'm not going to be surprised if she croaks.
Right.
Just like not Eloise, but not Elgin. Goddamn Boyd's son.
Ellis.
Ellis. Like if Ellis dies, I'd be like, I'd be mediocrely surprised. If Boyd dies, Donna dies, I'd be like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah. Well, then too, you also got to look at this. If Donna's death, I think, will carry a lot of weight because now there's no anchor for Boyd versus Acosta, right? So Donna would kind of be
Yeah.
like that major
Mm.
player that, kind of still on Boyd's side. You know what I mean? So if he loses that, that's like losing his right hand.
And
So,
that would be perfect too, because as far as like the town or Boyd breaking down mentally, like the town, like he told the town, he's like, "You're not gonna break me," and be like, "Oh,
oh,
oh,
hold my beer.
yeah, hold my
Boyd has
beer."
been
That's
losing it in every
fantastic.
episode since
Be
then,
like,
dude. He's
"Oh,
like,
is that for real?" Like, "Oh, pinky promise?" Okay, boy, do I got something for your motherfucking ass. Um, so that would be interesting to see, like if Donna, Donna is basically one of those steadfast, like true North kind of characters that has killed that has kept Boyd kind of like on the beaten path. And I think
right,
it would be interesting to see him lose that character, so that way you could see like just how far Boyd might truly slip.
right,
But
yeah.
you never know. We'll never know until season 5.
There we go. All right, people. All right, good people. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah,
Again,
man.
this is your boy, Thick Nick Fury, Fat Broken Rambo. Till next time.
All right. Not serves connected.